So, not to put too fine a point on it, the helmet for the Spartan is tricky. So, I'm going to do a quick rundown of how I put it together, and hopefully it'll be helpful to see how it all works in motion. The first few rows are pretty straightforward. I am just going to make my magic ring, make my stitches, and start working in rounds. If you need a refresher on how to make a magic ring or how to work in rounds, I have a few other tutorials that go into a little more detail, and other people have also posted tutorials. I'm not going to go into a great deal of detail about how you do that right now, just so I can get to the trickier parts that are specific to this helmet. And I'm noticing as I work this that I'm actually spacing my increases a little bit differently than how the increases are written in the pattern in Creepy Cute Crochet. I'm still winding up with the same stitch count, so it should pretty much work the same way. Alright, so I have up to rows. I have row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So here's where things get a little bit funky. Row 7, still pretty straightforward. It's very short. You're pretty much making just a little bump, cutting the yarn, and making a clean fasten off. If you have trouble with the clean fasten off, just replace it with a slip stitch and cut the yarn and weave it in as you usually would. It won't be identical, but it'll function pretty much the same way. It won't make a huge difference in your finished product. I'm just going to go ahead and secure the end a little bit so that clean fasten off doesn't grow as I work. Alright, so the next row is 8. You're going to join right before this chain. And the way I join is just very simple. Just take the yarn again, pull it through. Then I'm going to make a single crochet and increase, a single crochet and clean fasten off again, which is pretty basic. Just a single crochet, an increase. I pulled that clean fasten off a little bit tight, so I'm having a little trouble getting that stitch in there, but it'll work. And you're going to end up with a whole lot of yarn ends. Luckily, the underside of the helmet is going to be invisible. It's going to be stitched to the head, so you can hide a whole bunch of these. So just as you go, make sure that your yarn ends are being pulled tight so your stitches don't become huge. And we can go back and make this a little bit prettier once we're all done. Alright, row 9. Again, you're going to just join one before. That's going to be another 6 single crochet. And I think I actually skipped my, oh well. Now, as you can see, we're going to end up with a whole bunch of yarn ends. Kind of a mess, but there you go. Row 10. Same thing, but 8 stitches. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So as you can see, we're basically just making semicircle rounds stuck onto the edge of the main circle. Row 11. One more time. Join. Alright, so this one is going to be a single crochet 4, increase, single crochet 1, increase, and single crochet 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, increase, 1, increase, 1, 2, 3. Alright, row 12. I'm going to have single crochet 2, increase, single crochet 8, increase, single crochet 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, increase, 1, 2. Alright, 13. We have 6, a half double and 2 and 1, double 2 and 1. And this part's a little bit tricky because it has that slip stitch in front 2 loops, which I'm going to also include a diagram on how to do that in case it's a little tricky to see it in the video. But anyway, we've got 1, 2, wait, I'm skipping, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 and 1, 2 and 1, chain 1, and this is going to put the hook in the front 2 like so, and just slide through all hook loops on the hook to make your slip stitch, and that just makes a clean, very tight point without any gapping between the stitches. So next you're going to do another 2 and 1, another 2 and 1, and 6. I've gotten my count off entirely, don't I? Because I was supposed to do 2 and 1 twice. Alright, so I'm going to go back to that first set of half doubles.